Oh, apparently we're not, because there's no cameras. Hold on, we do have a technical... It wouldn't be a session if there wasn't some kind of technical difficulty. Let's have a peek here, what's happening? Why are you doing this to me? It's working! Yay!
Yay!
Yeah!
Are we all in the right spot?
No, not
everybody gets inspiration. Abby, level up your character to 20.
No. I'll give you.
I get to be 20.
I will give you the inspiration. You got that one. I'll give you. Everybody can start.
I was on it this time. I was really
You were on it.
I was
so
looking. I was
quickly.
like, am I DM? Am I DM?
You were well done. Hello, everybody.
Legendary mess.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to session 38 of To the Skies. I am, of course, your DM of Doom, Son of Asgard, or World Tree Quest here on Twitch. And with me today, we've got 3 or 4 of my lovely cast. One of them is going to be coming along in just a little moment. They're running a little teeny tiny smidgen behind. Magic items for everyone. Wingle, we've spoken about this.
Cash your prizes.
With me today, we've got my lovely cast. We have got Abigail the Nerd, we've got Wingo the Wizard, we've got, which apparently says Stories from the Roses. It's not that. Once Jess arrives, we will be going back to our usual screen, but it is, in fact, the one, the only Johnny Deadman. So, there's a couple of things I do want to bring up before we just jump right into session, okay? So, the first thing I want to bring up is... a lot of stuff's happened from the TTRPG world recently. If people are following it, cool. Feel free to chat about it in the comments, but, you know, be civil, be nice, and above all else, stay lovely. I'm not going to talk about it here, because I don't feel like giving it a platform. Number 2. With all the stuff that's happening in the TTRPG and the streamer community right now, I want everybody to remember that emotions run high in these moments, and everybody gets angry, upset, everybody gets excited about certain things, and sometimes what that causes you to do is this little thing that we here in Scotland call running your mouth. When you post something on the internet, it'll stick with you for the rest of your life. It's stuck there. So please, everybody, please, when you're talking, just remember above all else that while they might have opinions that differ for you in very, very different and sometimes horrible ways, keep the cool, alright? And I'm the worst person for this. I can see every single person right here on this stream laughing right now because they know I'm the first person to jump into comments threatening to slide tackle people. But especially in this particular climate right now, we must keep our tongue. We have to think about what should be said and who should be saying it. Hello, Jess! Welcome!
I'm so sorry.
No, it's not at all, dearie. Don't you worry. We're going to just jump in.
Yeah.
That's the wrong one. I clicked the wrong one again. I clicked the
Okay,
right one
who's
this
DM?
time.
Awesome.
Also, I might have to jump in and out a little bit because I'm solo caretaker this week for my mom and grandparents.
That is okay. That's absolutely fine, my dear. Alright, don't you fret about it. So we need to...
I'm Will. I'm the world's greatest liar.
You are indeed the world's greatest liar. Well done. You go there, and you go there. There we go. Cool. Right, we're all in the places where we should be. Yeah, so that was all I wanted to mention there, guys, was just, you know, before you go and start, again, as we say, running your mouth, which some people do deserve to get their a mouth ran at them, but before you do it, guys, take a breath. Think about if this needs to be said. Alright? Because I'm seeing friendships starting to fall apart and people at each other's throats left, right and centre. Yeah. I'll end that there. Oh, somebody's already redeemed a shiny in gold. Well, isn't that great? The last thing I want to bring up is, going forward in the next coming months, you're going to notice a couple of changes around about the World Tree Quests channel. Namely the introduction of new TTRPGs. I am excited to announce that, you know, the next full-length campaign I will be running will be stepping away from Dungeons and Dragons. It is Still in the initial planning stages. I haven't even thought about players yet, but I am going to be running a Dragon Age TTRPG campaign. This is a true love of mine. It's how I started being a DM. So that kind of thing is going to be changing. I'm also looking at doing things like Vaesen, the Old Gods of Appalachia. There's loads of really, really cool games that I want to do, especially narrative-driven ones that don't have a combat system. Either way, that is the last thing that I wanted to mention. And so I go to asking my party the thing that I love to ask my party all the time. Guys, can anybody remember in the deepest recesses of your mind what the fuck happened last session?
Yes, I do.
Jess is just waiting. This is my time. Jess, if you would like to, please take it away. What happened last session?
I would love to. So we started out with getting special cash and prizes because we had gotten shiny and gold from another group another time, and we just got another one. So we're gonna have so many cash and prizes. And we got some really, really cool stuff. We got a bow. We got some really cool swords. One that's kind of like, oh, that's definitely evil, and the other one was like, oh, so. So the bow was another oath bow, and Jericho got this ring that has a 9th level imprisonment, but it's for a specific thing. Then we had a golden handled sword, so the really pretty one, and that's a sword of the plains. We were like, oh, nice. And then the dark sword is the black sword of Cass. And so Fez was like, I'll hold on to that. And now Fez has like 5 voices in his head kind of poking at him. So that's so fun for him. Echo cast any to Reapers who are like, okay, we'll meet with you. Just go towards the back. And we're like, okay. And we open the door, and it's this corridor with red lighting. And everybody knows red means scary, but we were like, what red means scary? Who cares? And so we start going through, and we're walking, and we get to the sign that's like, all who enter here abandon hope. And we're like, ah, yes, open the door. And so we did, and in we go. And we met up with the Reapers, and they were like, we're gonna test you with some trick questions. And we were like, bring it. And they were like, who deserves to be here in this purgatory in-between state? And we were like, you know, some of us are like, I'll sacrifice myself. And Beth was just like, Davy Jones, that guy was a dick. And the Reapers were like, correct!
It was very much a case of like, I do not want to even speak his name. I don't give a fuck. His name's Mike.
You don't want to name drop? I fucking will.
Exactly. And then the Reapers were like, ah ha ha ha! And they formed into like one tall robed figure. Oh no, that was while they were still asking us, like, who belongs. And so then we were like, okay, we gotta go to the Tower of Strife. Hooray, because that's where we always want to go. And we saw these ruins of Slanus and Soul's Heart, but instead of marble, it was like this black rock, and there were skeletons hanging, and some of them were like, release us! And then some of them were just babbling, and we were like, well, that's nice. And so we walked into the place, and there was a path lined with such cute skulls, and they were whispering their names. And this place is called the Tower of Bones. So nice. And that's where we ended. We were just power walking.
It was indeed. I believe the actual words used were, that's unsettling, and I don't want to hear that, so I'm power walking. So, yes, very well described there. A thing to keep in mind as you move through this place, that this is essentially a city that has been taken as the blueprint, and then everything's been replaced with mausoleums, tombs, burials. Like, this is a city-sized graveyard, effectively. I think the term for a large graveyard in that sizescape is a necropolis. I don't know, resident dead expert.
Yeah, so a graveyard the size of a city that functionally is a necropolis.
Yeah, we have like 3 of them in Scotland. That's all I know. we have a graveyard that's so big that it's actually connected by city borders, because you have the southern and the northern necropolis. I used to hang about in it when I was a mad wee raging goth kid. Used to think I was hard until I got lost in there and realised I don't like the dark. I was the worst goth ever. Yes, so this necropolis is absolutely massive, and it exists on multiple levels. Not only that, the sound of whispering never really leaves you, because, like I've said, there are skeletons adorning the walls, paved into the pathway beneath you. Inside, like, mausoleums, it's almost like the outside of like your standard mausoleum, but then if you look through the windows, it's almost like it's done up like a house inside, except overrun with cobwebs and dust and skeletons hanging limp in chairs, but they're still whispering. Making your way, you obviously, as I've described before, you can see the Tower of Bones, and you can see the path that leads up to it. And as you walk along this path, you start to see that it's taking you into up the higher parts of the city. Now, from what I said to you guys, to Mariska, to Echo, and to Fez, when you guys found Aenor wandering around in the ruins of Soul's Heart, it was in the collapsed palace, which used to sit above the kind of market district of the city. The tower seems to be built right in the middle of that. You know where you guys went into the bunker?
Mm-hmm.
It's as if this tower has been built rising out of where those collection of bunker doors were. And as you find yourself moving up through the upper parts of the city, the whispering, sorry, it doesn't get quieter, but it does become harder to hear because more voices do become added. For the longest time as you've been here, I've described this kind of swirling vortex of wisps and souls that you can see in the sky at all times, and you can now see it seems to be centered here. These wisps and souls wandering out from the windows of the highest points of this tower and spiralling up into that twisting nether above you. You stand at the doors leading into the Tower of Bones. They are, funnily enough, made from bone. What would you guys like to do?
Tower rocking. She's still mad from the conversation with the Reapers.
Wait. Don't we have to... We got a game plan, hang on. We gotta... Let's see. We're gonna have to talk to this guy.
Yeah, we're gonna talk to Strife and try and convince him to let us
That's
leave.
his name. I was trying to find him in my notes.
I got you.
Thank you.
I got you!
Thank you. Should we, like, discuss? Because do you think he's just gonna let us go?
Do y'all stop, Mariska?
Kind of just hand on the shoulder.
Can I stop Mariska, or is Mariska just gonna walk past me?
I mean, she's a woman on a mission, so unless people stop her, she's gonna keep
I am
going.
very small.
I could be slightly taller.
But only slightly.
but totally slightly. Yeah, I'll try to yoink.
I'll get her other shoulder. We should probably talk before we go in.
She will stop, but she's not gonna turn around. She'll just stand there and listen.
Do we have
Almost
plan?
like a little bit like crackling energy coming from her right
Oh
now.
my gosh, she's so riled up.
She's very angry.
I think she's grumpy.
Maybe she needs snack?
Maybe, but we don't really eat here.
We don't have real cooking tools anymore.
We are not alive right now.
We're so hosed.
I want the grilled cheese.
I know. Man, that sounds good. We really need to get back to life so we can do that.
Second we get back to life, roaches.
So that we made the plan. Awesome.
Yes.
We made the plan. I think that's all we need, actually.
We need to go back home so I can make grilled cheese for everyone. Thank you so much, sir.
We're all on the same page now, so I'm glad that that was the goal. So we're all on the
We
same
took a
page.
moment. We are all hungry. We would like to go home because everything here tastes like butts.
Yeah, it smells like death here, always. Is that us?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
smell
I don't
like
like
Davy Jones's locker.
I smell like it.
Could be worse. Could be Alex Jones's locker.
I don't like it.
But what if this... I'm trying to find the words. This guy probably isn't super nice since he keeps up the place. And do you see how it looks? It's not good. So...
You are so charming. Everyone loves to make deals with you.
Oh, yeah, great. Okay, I'll just go make a deal with this guy. Yeah, we could go in with that. We can just go right in with that.
No?
No,
Are we doing nose goes? I don't
No,
want
I'll
to make
do
deals.
it. I'll do it. People do tend to want to make deals with me because they think I can't disintegrate them.
And I know very well you can.
I like this plan.
Okay, so we're all on the same
So we
page. I'm
get
gonna
grilled
go-
cheese and we disintegrate Strife. But
Okay.
we on it.
So we're all on the same page then. First priority, although it has to happen chronologically later, is grilled cheese.
Yes.
Second priority, although it is happening first, is the fact that I will make a deal with Strife, and if he tries to mess with us, then I'll just kill him.
We have a plan A, plan B, and a reward. I think we nailed it on the head.
I
Crushed
think
it.
that sounds really nice. I think this sounds like a really good day.
What could possibly go wrong?
I've never had better days than making a deal with an unknown entity and then having some home cooked food after, because this has happened before.
I know, this is not our first time being in
I know,
a
seriously.
similar situation.
Know what we could do? Put scrambled eggs in the grilled cheese with a little ham. We had breakfast
Ooh.
sandwiches.
That's exactly, we're just recreating the
We
last
could do a
time this
Mariska
happened.
Jericho
There we go.
collaboration.
I love it. Perfect. All right. Go on, 8. Now we're ready.
We're good. Let's go.
Good.
Power walk on.
8 power walks on.
Yep.
What is this?
Perfection is what
As you
it is.
power walk through, your feet kind of like part slamming, part crunching, even at your slight size on this ground, as what you're walking on is bone. Like I'm not talking like, you know, bone strewn. I mean like slabs, like you would get like stone slabs or flagstones they're called in like big old hallways. That, but made of like compacted, crushed bone. You follow it as it takes you up this staircase, which is the only direction you can go. The staircase coils, and as you walk up it in the windows that pierce the tower outside, you can see wisps and spirits going the same direction as you, following that spiral. eventually that path would lead you to a door, and through this door you can hear the sound of footsteps on this exact same ground. But they sound harder, they sound metal.
I think it's 3.
Another sound joins in with this as it starts to rain outside, and you can hear the roof on the slates of the sound, sorry, of the rain hitting the slates on the roof. 8, are you leading the stride?
If nobody's going in front of her, she basically has not stopped. I will say, like, Echo and Fez, the last time you've ever seen 8 in this kind of state was back when her body was broken and she would enter, like, destruction mode. Ooh. Like, it's that Ooh. Kind of, like, anger that she's experiencing right now.
Oh no, that's not good.
I'm gonna lean over to Wiggle and go, when you see that face, stay behind her.
I'm not meant to be in the front regardless.
Yeah, but we're really not in front right now.
Understood.
The further from the front, the better.
Got it.
I understand you're not supposed to be in the front, but you're even more not in the front when you see that.
Yes.
Copy that.
Yeah.
Do we want to elaborate, or we're just going to just let this happen?
Do you remember? Have you ever heard of the Varden Vale?
The what?
Exactly.
Yeah. That's not fair. I haven't heard 90% of the things that you say.
It was the biggest forest on the entire plane. Now it's batches.
Oh.
Yeah.
Understood. We stay behind Marishka.
We stay behind Marishka.
We stay behind. Got it.
We stay behind Marishka.
Explosion guy is saying clear the blast radius.
Gotta listen. Gotta listen to Explosion
Fez
guy.
It definitely has one of these t-shirts which is blank on the front, but on the back it says, "If I'm running, you should follow."
It's written on the back of his jacket.
I'm the devil.
Actually, it should be on the front and on the back. If you can read this, you're too fucking slow.
No, on the front it says descend towards enemy.
So with that, do you step inside this room, or do you? Yeah, you're going right. Okay, so you push open
No
the
hesitation.
doors. This room,
I am gonna stay near 8 because I'm ready to make a deal.
This room is shaped like an 8-pointed star. In the center of it, there's like a 3-degree raised plinth. So like 1 step, 2 step, and then in the center of it, a fountain. It looks like a beautiful woman with a flowing dress and long flowing hair, and she's holding what appears to be like a what is it? What's that thing called again? It's like a Greek water carrying vase, but it has no flat bottom, so it can't be put down. A pythos.
Yes.
I learned that from Percy Jackson. A pythos. And where perhaps at one point there was water flowing out of this, now there are souls. And walking around it there's a man, an incredibly handsome young man. Looks to be about 24, 25 years old.
Oh gosh.
His hair bleach white. He wears armoured gauntlets, armoured greaves, what appears to be like black leather trews, and a black leather, what's meant to be like an almost like royal overcoat with like the breasting, but it is not buttoned up, it is undone. And you can see the leather strap of like a pauldron here, strapped over, and then a higher raised pauldron here.
I wasn't married, I'd be making this deal. I'm just throwing this out there.
Just think, I would like to vote seduce.
And as he's walking around, as souls come out, every now and again he just like cups one in his hand and brings it down, looks to it, and then just casts it out the window. But as you push open the door and step in, he's holding one, and he kind of just like arcs his head around the fountain and goes, "Apparently I have guests." He looks at the little wisp and goes, "You're lucky," and lets it go, and it zips right back into the stream.
Really giving some villain energy here to start off.
Now, I don't recognise any of you.
Bummer. I thought we were better than that.
So, let me guess. There's been a mistake. You're not supposed to be here. You lived a good life. You gave coins to the little people in the street.
Oh no, absolutely
No,
not.
we're supposed to be here. We just don't want to.
Oh, it's that type of conversation, is it? Well,
Yes.
it would be rude of me not to hear opening petitions.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. That's so nice. Can I insight check him?
100%.
Sarcasm.
Can I do that too?
19
Anybody
plus
who would like to may roll a-
Big time.
an
Absolutely.
insight check on that.
33.
It's
25
been a
for me.
15.
With a dice roll of an 8 and a modifier of only a 7, Wingo, you're going to get a meets that beats it. Was it you that rolled the 15, Wingo? Yeah, you rolled the 15.
rolled the 15.
Yeah, so meets that beats it. Fez,
I got a.
Good.
Oh, actually, did fairly well on that. 25.
oh,
Hey, see?
damn, I rolled so low. How's a 25?
Wait, to be fair, I rolled a 19. I'm not that good at insight.
I rolled a 19 too. I got a 33.
I rolled an 8 and I got a 25.
I rolled a 14 and got a 15.
That was the D&D equivalent of what, guys? What answers did you get for that question? I got 27.
I got a rough.
I got 13. I got Abraham Lincoln.
Are you getting paid?
I got Australia, what?
He walks over to what would be the left point for you guys. If this was a cardinal direction thing and you guys were standing at south, he walks over to west. Where there is no wall, it is open like a huge pointed bay window. But there is a throne there. He walks over casually and he sits down, and as he sits down, there's like a elongated diamond shape and shaped indent in the ground, just in front of the right hand of his throne. And as he sits down, he puts his hand out and grabs. And what he grabs hold of is this large blade, like a great sword. This great sword.
Hard.
Great, so
This great sword, the pommel, the crossguard of it, is shaped like a standard pommel on like an almost like Templar designed greatsword, but instead of coming out to just a straight point, it comes out into almost like two axe blades. Like it comes out in wings out, and then it comes down where it comes out to 2 points partway down. The hilt is is longer than any hilt you would have seen on a greatsword of this size. The hilt, you're talking about maybe a good 2 foot in length is the hilt. A very, very strange looking greatsword.
Jericho's eyes sparkle and just goes, "Your blade is beautiful."
Thank you. This blade is special.
Does it have a name?
No.
Oh, that should be rectified. A blade of that caliber should be named accordingly.
Call it Soul Breaker.
Sorry, that name is taken. Naming blades is so arbitrary. You know, it is ridiculous, in my opinion. You name something Heartseeker, but you use it to slit someone's throat, well then it betrays its name. To name an item, a weapon, limits it, but you leave it unnamed and it becomes limitless.
That is also a great name for it, to be honest. Coincidentally, I think it just named itself.
Limitless.
She
I read a book about something like that once by that name.
You do not wish to be here.
Not even a little bit.
Nope.
Has my realm not been hospitable to you?
Mm-mm.
May I be perfectly frank?
I don't know, is that your name?
That was a great dad joke. Ted, I need to tell that one to Teddy, who is my husband, who is alive right now, who I would like to get back to. My name is Jericho.
Jericho.
I'm a wife, I am a mother, and I need to get back.
Yes. Yes. Teddy. Fergus. Fresh start. So much death.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
And what of the rest of you?
My name's Echo, and everyone else here is under the jurisdiction of the Matron of Ravens. So that's a pretty big deal.
No, I don't think he's going to be all that intimidated.
Probably not.
She's supposed to be the one who's like, yeah, stay dead.
Stay there.
She doesn't like undeath or things like that, so. Normally, the matron would be like, yeah!
His name dropped the person
back.
who typically wants people to stay dead.
Hey, we don't want to be dead anymore, and we know the Raven Queen. So
We know
do
the
I.
Raven
She
Queen.
wouldn't like this. You quote the matron. You fall under her ban, but you wish to arise beyond the confines of death,
Yes.
which would mean that you cannot work for her.
That would be great. We would love to not work with her again, actually. We kind of have... I have beef with her, honestly. I didn't take the deal because I don't like her, but...
Ah, I understand. Yet again, that sanctimonious, mask-wearing, belligerent, sad excuse for an archfey has decided that she wants to use my realm, my domain, as a loophole.
Rather rudely, actually.
We actually were not informed that that is what was happening at the time.
Oh, of course you weren't. You were dealing with her.
Yeah, we did not read the terms and conditions. We just
I didn't
accepted.
deal with her because I don't like her. If I liked her, I probably would have made the deal because I don't really have a problem with making
It
deals.
makes sense that you wouldn't like her, Echo. She's not a fan of those who wear the faces of others, claiming their life beyond their own death.
Yeah.
Do you intend to return to a mask-wearing life?
No, I haven't done that in like a year.
Ah.
So no.
No to identity theft.
No, say no. Hey guys, here at World Tree Quest, we believe that identity theft is
It's
wrong.
a crime. It is not a faceless crime. It is intense.
However, if you have a faceless background,
Loopholes.
In that case, please steal
In that
identity.
case, you're at World Tree Quest. We endorse identity.
Not only do we endorse, we invite.
We commit.
I'm totally joking. Please don't take my identity. You couldn't pull off this.
Unless.
You could have mine. I have debts.
Yeah, actually, can you take mine for a little bit? Thank you.
I was gonna say, I've got some student loans that I would love for somebody else to be paying.
Every time they ask me to verify my identity to pay my loans, I'm just like, if anyone wants to verify my identity to pay my loans, go for it.
I would purposely misspell my name every time. Can you just confirm the spelling of your name? Yep. That's B as in Bobcat. That's 4 H. That's G as in gnome.
Damn, I got Abraham Lincoln.
You ever want to fuck with call centre staff who are being rude, by the way? Use words with silent letters. Watch them go mental. Can you give me your postcode? Of course, that's P as in psychotherapy and G as in gnome, K as in knight. And you can just hear them break down. That's B as in Lake. That's M as in Lake Bosco. Watch them mess around with that one. Where was I? Yes. The man has just, mildly insinuated to Echo that he knows her life. He's then going to turn to Mariska. And you, why do you wish to leave? You have
Unfinished business.
And he steeples his fingers and he leans forward, elbows resting on his knees. And what business is that?
Oh, is she gonna be patronizing? She might be patronizing right now because she's so mad. Her decision-making skills are compromised! He leans forward, puts his hands on his knees. She'll kind of crouch down, put her hands on her knees, and she'll just go, who's asking? He hasn't given us his name yet, so that's her way of asking his name. She knows his name, but...
My title is Archlich. My name... It's been many things. I believe the last thing I was known before this entity took over was strife. Now I don't know. But for the sake of a name, call me Strife.
Brilliant. Well, Strife, there's a lot of bad people back on the material plane that I need to take care of. And people that I care about, who also need to be taken care of but not in the same way.
I see a girl.
Mm-hmm.
And a small, insignificant creature.
More crackling energy coming off of her. Lots of crackling energy coming off of her.
Puts up a gauntlet at hand and says, I say that not as an insult, I say that as a simple fact of their place within the grand cosmic scale. The girl, however, important. You, the four of you, important. How interesting. It's not often I have important people arrive here. And you. There are many, many lines ahead of you. He says, looking at you, Fraser. So who do I converse with at the moment?
I mean, technically two of us. baseline earliest version be?
The Maker. How
Yes.
interesting. I've met the architect.
Yeah, he's an odd duck. I'm an odd duck.
His eyes do not move. And I don't just mean the eyeballs. I mean like the position and the facial structure of his eyes don't move, but his smile widens. And he says, "He is certainly an odd one." But he will become so much more if left unchecked. I have made my decision. I will hear you tell me why I should let you leave. And he says that as if it's like, I'm obviously doing you a favour by letting you tell me why I should let you leave. Like, this guy evidently expects, like, a standing ovation simply for remembering to tie his shoes.
Is thoroughly unimpressed.
Go. Tell me as to why your particular souls should be allowed to leave this domain and venture back to the lands which you belong to.
We're I don't mean to brag. I don't mean to brag at all. But we are kind of heroes, and the world would probably end again if we didn't go help people and do the right thing. And also, we are very aggressive. We're very aggressive, so we will bring you so many souls because we kill so many bad guys. And also, I'm pretty charming, and you're pretty attractive. So if there's any reason, if there's any way that will help in any way, just let me know.
You are a bold one, I will give you that.
Prestidigitate sparkles behind Echo.
Charm.
Drop the hip, drop the hip, drop the hip.
Casts charm illusion to make the eyes pop and the little red circles on the cheek.
A little gust of wind to make their hair flow.
Fez gets a nosebleed.
The most arrow ace character. What the heck is happening?
You guys are thinking weird things. It's just because of the altitude. Like,
Guys have been dead too long.
he kind of chuckles a little bit more, and then such carnal things have not interested me in some time. However, I admire the effort.
You think she put in effort?
It's the real joke.
What of the rest of you? Or does Echo speak for you all?
First of all, I would like to say thank you so much for giving us this time. I truly appreciate. I know how busy you must be, or I can only assume.
So
But you know my story. You know what has happened to my homeland. You know where my son is, and you know what happened to Teddy. I can't help but feel selfish in saying this. But I never got the chance to be a hero or important. I died too quickly. I just started to go rescue my son, and I never got to do anything. I lost everything and then died. So when I say I have unfinished business, I didn't even get to after the prologue of my story. So truly, I will never be fulfilled unless I go back. And that is truly selfish of me to say. But I have a son that needs saving. And I'm the hero that's going to do it with these people.
It says nothing to you, Wingo. Not Wingo. Jericho. It says nothing to you, Jericho. But his eyes keep burning like into you for a long moment.
Like a good... am I catching like a good vibe or a bad vibe? Like that I piqued his interest?
Insight check.
I would love to. I'm not insightful. Oh, no, please don't be on... Oh, 14? I rolled it. I rolled...
Go ahead.
The other side was a 2. It was a 14.
Flash of genius, it's a 19.
It's a 19!
It's still not enough, but I do love the
Shit.
effort. Still not enough.
Shit.
I do love the effort.
Quick, just wheel.
I don't think I have wheel. I think I've got
Everybody do
woe.
something.
Yeah, I've
Got
got
woe.
woe right now. Dang it.
Quick. Oh, wait, hold on. I did say it, so I have to be honest. You do have your inspiration if you want to use it.
I think that she was truly honest. She was truly confident in what she says. Whatever vibe, like if he's doing Flash, she's dealing with an evil being, so she's probably not going to be totally confident that that's a good vibe. And I think that we'll just keep it at that.
Okay, cool. You can't quite get the vibe, but, you know, as I said, he does have a fairly unsettling appearance. So, yeah, very, very easy to see why you would get the kind of, pretty much anything you do, I'm taking with like a heavy buttload of salt. He looks towards yourself, Fez, for you to plead your case.
All that I can really say is there is a very small, very fish-like boy who needs the help of 4 barely constrained Indians. There are old men that need killing. There are temples that need detonating. There are a few robots that need breaking. And
There are redheads that need to be put in their place.
There are still temples that are upright.
there's at least one temple still standing. And I can also offer to sweeten the pot a cerveza cristal. Yes, I bought this just for this joke.
Hashtag sponsor us.
I would like to note that we are not sponsored.
But we would love to be.
But
What if you want to?
That was amazing.
It's okay.
how do you fucking answer that?
Inspiration.
It's
Inspiration. You get a smile. And then he looks to Mariska. And you. Why should you be allowed to return to the place which calls you home?
Do you want me to tell you why I should be returned, or why you want me to return?
Let's say both.
Well, as I've said, there's a lot of things that I need to get done. A lot of people who need my help. A lot of people who I care about, who I want to help. A lot of bad people I want to stop.
I'd like the party to nominate someone to make a check.
I've got lots of wisdom, so if it's a wisdom check...
I have reliable talent, so most of them I have a lot of chances to get it.
If it's a persuasion check, I have a plus 12.
We don't
If
know
it's
what
deception,
kind it
I have
is.
plus 18.
Yeah, we don't
But
know.
I
I
can
know.
buff any check that's not mine, so I'm going to say not me.
I have 4 expertise and reliable talent, and then I have 1, 2, 3 more proficiencies. So if it's a check, I would have the most likely of getting it, I think.
Okay.
Let's go with Jericho.
Okay. Jericho, you're going to be making a persuasion check here.
Minimum I get is 18.
Okay, so that's your minimum.
That's my minimum.
You're trying to convince someone whose entire reason for existing is to ensure souls go where they're supposed to go. You're trying to get him to do the exact opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Jess.
Would it help if Mariska adds why he doesn't want her to be here?
Oh, sorry, I thought you were finished with your statement. By all
Sorry,
means,
no,
please
she was waiting.
go
Lower
ahead.
that DC! Lower that DC for me!
but we'll see. I might get him a little pissed, but...
Don't do that!
But if he allows her to continue, she'll be like, and you really don't want me here, because if I get stuck here, I will bring you the 9 hells. I will make sure every soul in here either moves on or goes back. Whatever it takes, I'll do that, because I have that kind of capability. Then you will end up being the ruler of absolutely nothing but a pile of bones that can't even whisper their name because they're not here anymore. Oh, that's it.
Stares at you long and hard.
Earth back. Her eyes even look there's like a flicker of red, like her old protocol red.
Then he smiles. With, like, real, genuine enjoyment. And he claps.
Is it in a patronizing way?
No, it's in like a, that was truly entertaining. Wait. He's like, you are astounding.
Forgive me if I don't take that as a compliment from you.
You are of course forgiven, but it is a true and genuine statement. I genuinely believed it. Do you know? I really did believe that you would go out of your way to ensure that my domain fell to nothingness. I was there.
And I will.
I'm sure you would certainly give it your best try.
Oh, I don't try, I only ever do.
You certainly do. In fact, several of the souls I have here speak of your deeds.
I'm sure they do.
Several of them writhe still in the flames.
You can see I'm very, very capable of raining hell on you.
Mommy, I mean Mariska?
This is getting another
So-
ghost plate.
So is Jericho, coincidentally.
Somewhere on the material plane, Three's just walking around going, why is there oil leaking out my face? I am going to lower the DC on that.
Yay!
Still
don't
going to be
think you
still
need
going to be
to.
difficult. Still going to be difficult.
I actually put it in the chat for everyone to see. I rolled a 19 on the die, so that's a 27, and then Fez has already put a flash of genius on it to make it a 32.
32. Narrowly, you get there.
I love you, Fez. I really do. I love you, Fez.
If Fez had not flash of genius,
Then I wouldn't have been able to hit it because I only had a +8.
so the DC I had set for originally was a nigh impossible, which was 31. DC 31. I brought it down to 30 because of Jess's stop. Like I've got to say, there's a certain poetry that us Scots have when we're threatening people. There was some Scottish coming through in you there. There was some real listen, like It takes a lot to threaten somebody's entire existence. It takes even more to threaten someone's entire existence out of spite. That's a very Scottish
Be right back. I gotta
trait.
go do something real quick for my
You go.
parents and my mom. I'll be right back.
You go, don't worry. As Scottish people, we love a spiteful threat. Like this will harm my life significantly, but I'm still willing to do that just to fuck you up. And I like that. So, Strife smiles, grins, and then stands and spreads his arms like a ringmaster in a circus and goes, "Of course, I will allow you all to venture back to the lands that you call home." You have my permission.
Great.
Thank you.
Do you have your cords?
Yes.
Yes.
Fantastic. And do you have all of the ingredients necessary to leave? I do believe you've spoken to my gatekeeper.
Feel like we were missing one, weren't we?
The drops from the fountain.
We was missing the drops from the fountain.
Now, that is an arduous journey there. And even then, the fountain's guardian is quite devious. Or, and he's gonna, and as he just whiffs his hand in there, very much like when Hades summons things and it summons out of smoke. He does that, and it's almost like it's like he wrenches a soul from the fountain and swirls his hand, and that soul is ripped apart to become these floating vials of pure clear water. And it says, "I happen to have a tap."
That is very convenient.
It is,
That's
isn't
pretty
it?
cool.
Now I've given you permission, but now we enter into bartering for these.
All right.
Echo, it's your time to shine, my friend.
Okay. So let's just start. Let's start right off the bat. What do you want?
I crave excitement.
Have you ever felt what it's like to be disintegrated? It's pretty exciting.
I don't think it would work on me. See, it's impossible for my shape to be changed. Unless it's by my own doing, of course.
You want excitement.
Which is upsetting, because that does sound like it would be interesting.
It is. It is. I have been disintegrated before. It is a wild feeling. Let's see. Just mentally going through my spells. Let's see. We've got a couple things. We've got that iridescent armor. That's pretty cool.
What's
That's
more
pretty-
exciting than turning the world upside down? That's what we've told you we were planning on doing. You want something exciting to watch? Bring us back. We are going to show this world what we are capable of. And it's going to be a show that you are not going to want to miss.
You're right. I don't want to miss it.
Oh.
I have decided.
I know what this is.
I will send you back to the lands which you call home, and you will procure for me a mortal vessel to watch.
I feel like we had the perfect person for that, and we threw her in the ocean.
Did we?
She was in several pieces, to be fair.
Yes. Yes, I do believe
part
that
of
will
it.
work perfectly. I find someone completely insignificant in the grandiose schemes of the cosmic scale, and you know, kill them, maim them, whatever it is you have to do to make them weak enough for me to possess them.
You take a vacation on the material plane.
Just a short one, a couple of millennia or so.
So you're looking for a beach episode?
Yeah.
I don't know what a beach episode is, but whatever it is, yes.
Okay, so this is someone that you pick, that you find insignificant in the grand scheme of things, and then we kill or maim, and then you possess them.
Or, if you have anybody in mind.
I have a few.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about being an old man?
A very old man on wires.
Oh no, absolutely.
Not the one I was.
It must be something that shows the true splendor of my real form.
You still have Strahd's body?
No, Strahd
No, that
went
to
to
the shadow.
back to the Shadowfell.
There's got to
Also,
be a fleet member that is capable of.
Yeah, we just haven't seen them in a while. We haven't
Where's
seen
that guy I
them.
puked on?
What? I just had a terrible.
I found the guy
He,
that I
look,
puked on.
he currently looks like that guy from the end of the first RoboCop movie who gets the toxic waste spilled on him.
Look, if I was totally evil, I would say Opal's the perfect candidate because she's already in the perfect spot to be possessed right now. But I'm not playing a bad guy.
I do have an idea. There is someone who I have seen who fits the bill quite well. It's from your mind. And he's going to gesture to, I believe everybody except Jericho's. No, I think Jericho has met them. Jericho has. Jericho, have you met Randuin?
No.
God.
No. That's what I was
haven't.
worried about.
Okay, you haven't. Okay, so he kind of waves his hand, and as he does so, the smoke flows down him. And when the smoke dissipates, standing in front of him is a quite handsome red tiefling. Their left arm from the elbow down is gold and metal. And they wear it's like a waistcoat, but it doesn't actually button up. It's just like there. And he has what's the word? Like block, angular tattoos on his body. He has at his belt like a cutlass, a dagger. He has hell like in his boot at the back. There's another dagger, but the handle is shaped weirdly for his tail to grab it.
Why did I decide to be married for this campaign?
No. Hey, back off. This one's. Hey, back up. This one's mine.
And he looks at them and he's like, oh, yes. And again, so he's speaking with his own voice through Randuin's mouth. He's like, yes, this is
No.
very much perfect.
Nope. Nope.
But he's completely insignificant to the grandiose scheme.
No, that's not true. No.
Oh, no, it very much is.
No, he's literally wanted. She holds up the crumpled up poster she's kept for in real life like 2 years to give to him.
Trifling means he is...
No. No. Nope.
But if he were to be removed, the schemes of the cosmic scale would not shift or pitch.
Yeah, they would.
My dear, this is my job. They most definitely wouldn't. He is literally nothing in the schemes of the universe.
Well, what about our schemes of the universe?
Oh, you are all vitally important.
No. In our idea of the universe, he's vitally important. So, no.
We will find someone that is not important enough for you.
Fine. I'm just saying, perfect option was right there.
No.
Waves his hand and the guise of Randuin disappears off him. He goes, well, then there will be a contract locked in that you have to procure for me a vessel.
Understood?
What did I just come into?
He wanted to possess
Rand.
Randuin.
Absolutely
That's
not.
what I said.
So, he basically put to them that, hey, so it just so happens I actually have these. I have like a tap to the Fountain of Rejuvenation. I have these vials that I can give you, but we've already bartered for me giving you safe passage. We're now bartering for me giving you items. Here's what I want. And they went, hey, but we can make sure that you see everything you want to see. And he goes, do you know what? That's perfect. I know what I want. I want you to find me a person who means absolutely nothing in the grandiose schemes of the cosmic universe. And then I'll possess them. And I'll just watch everything happen. Just a short stay of a couple of thousand years. And then he pointed out to the party that in the grandiose schemes of the cosmos, Randuin means nothing. If Randuin were to die, nothing would change about the schemes of the universe. That's what he's claiming, at least. So now he's saying that, either way, there will be a contract you're locked into, you have to find me a vessel.
Why don't you just possess the corpse? You're used to them.
Corpses don't quite have the quality that I'm used to.
We never promised quality.
Over time stated.
You didn't.
Oh, he has actually said it has to match his current physical aesthetics.
Dang, okay.
You've got that, like, bleach blonde hair look about you and stuff. What if... Now, hear me out. We know someone with bleach blonde hair. We're not 100% sure on if they're alive or dead right now, but they were part of the fleet, and he was, like, the worst. And honestly, I think you would be a much better vessel than the soul that is holding that body right now. He's, like, really spoiled, and but body was like a fleet prodigy, but he's not.
As long as he has a body which is in good condition, and as long as I said, he matches my current aesthetical levels, I would be happy for that.
We're pretty sure we've killed him, but maybe not.
Well, at some point we saw him come back, didn't we?
Yes,
we saw the empty
you've seen him come
graves.
back.
Yeah.
But you also
We know he's back.
He has been vomited on, like with acid.
Yes, so he's probably not in peak physical form.
And I mean, when we turned him into paste.
You're
But
making
his
this
grave was empty, so... And I mean, Scarlet
But
has
he is
fallen from
risen,
the
so-
sky.
Respectfully, guys, you are not selling this.
He's got a dad. He's got a dad who's like the
We
same
just need
caliber
to
of
kill a
terrible.
fleet soldier who is like suitably hot. That's all.
We can do that.
That's a bummer because we were all fleet soldiers and we're the only hot ones. So
You speak for yourself.
Yeah, I know. Jericho's
that's true.
innocent.
Sorry, Jericho.
With that out of the way, and with the terms agreed upon, all that remains is to send you three back to the material plane, and you two to the Feywilds.
I'm sorry, 3 and 2. That does not quite match. There should be
We have
four
a
of us
we have a
going.
we have a Ladrid with us.
I know,
We have one Eladrin.
but he's saying. I'm guessing he's going to say that Echo's going to go with him.
Your souls are bound to these realms as you well, except one of you. One of you is quite a strange one. Your soul is bound somewhere else, but there's no physical representation of you there. There's no physical representation of you anywhere, except for a shell which you inhabit. So you're called back to that. The other two of you are connected to this world, this material existence. But most definitely, two of you have an aura of the wilds about you. So,
Then you'll go with us?
I'm sure I can figure out a way back. I'm like really powerful.
Take
Can't
the,
just disintegrate the world to come back.
I would.
definitely take the Blade of the Plains with you.
Well, how did my body's with you guys?
I think he's saying that there is something you'll inhabit when you get to the Fae.
Oh.
The physical form of your body does not belong to the material plane. It is someone else's.
Okay.
This weird squid things.
The mind flayers?
What is he saying about your body? Who does your body belong to if not you?
Are you saying her body's been possessed?
No, I'm saying her body literally belongs to the Feywilds.
Oh.
Oh, so I'm just gonna zip over there.
Yes,
When-
very much so. That's how
Okay.
it works. You return to the lands which you call home.
Okay. So do I get like any time on the prime
That
material or
depends. There's someone approaching, someone who wishes to, well, they wish to converse with all of you. Not in the most polite of terms, I should point out. In fact, they seem quite angry. So I guess if you wish to, you could stay back and speak to them, or you could leave now, or you could bid farewells and then leave, or you could bid farewells and then deal with this interloper and then leave. There's a multitude of options available to you right now.
Who is it that's wanting to speak to us?
Some poor autonomous fellow. Oh, not fellow. Not anything. Wild soul inside of a metal and stone constructed body. Something that once had a body, but definitely should not have a body anymore. It's quite a shame, actually. When that happens, they go truly insane.
oh, so we're like on a time limit then. Okay. Cool. Okay. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'll just can you just give us just a moment? Can you keep him away for just a minute?
He smiles at this, as you can see that there's now a kind of darker aura hanging over the decision coming up. And this is where he shows for the first time that he is very much on that kind of evil side of the alignment. Because he sits back and he goes, "Of course, please, take all the time you need."
Oh, okay. So it's okay. Okay. Well, yeah. So I'll try to get back. Try to get my soul and my body back to the prime material, but time works differently with the Fae. I mean, 100 years passed for me and not for my brother last time, so... Oh, my brother, my dad. Can you guys keep an eye on them?
Always.
Okay. I should probably finally get rid of this then. 8, can you just give this to Randuin? It seemed like a big deal at the time, but it's been a long time. And it's the wanted poster that she kept for so long from Windhome. Because she thought it would make him feel important.
Make sure he gets it.
Thank you. Bez.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. Hey, you're my best friend.
Terrible decision on your part.
I mean, you've been there since the beginning. And you caught on to the whole Opal thing pretty quick.
Yeah, well.
Look, I fully support future you and whatever he's planning because I fully support you. And if you want to take over the world, then I support that because you're really cool. And I don't think a world where you're around all the time is a bad thing. But just in case you ever want some quiet time, I had this for myself from, well, I was going to use it against the Elder Brain Dragon, but, and I'm going to give him the 8th level spell scroll for Mind Blank. Just in case you ever just need that peace and quiet.
I'll keep that for Millie. And I'm just letting you know I'm holding you to this, alright? So if when I become an evil overlord ruling the whole world, if you jump through a portal to kill me, I'm very disappointed.
No, I would jump through a portal to just come hang out
That's
with
good.
a really cool evil overlord.
Maybe get better at plane ship before you do that. We've had some.
Yeah, I'll make sure to
some
get better at
issues.
that.
Yeah.
I'll make sure I have some practicing to do.
I will too, so you let me know where you wind up so I can pop in. I'm making margaritas.
Yeah, I bet margaritas in the Feywild are really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Jericho, I know we haven't really known each other for very long, but wow, we've been through a lot together.
Yes, we have.
I really, 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 really hope that you can find Fergus soon. Not hope, I know that you will. And I know you're gonna kill every single one of the fleet for me, and I appreciate that a lot.
What am I gonna do without your disintegrations? And she gives you like one of those half hugs. I don't think she understands fully what's going. Like this is like goodbye.
Yeah.
You stay safe.
Okay. But hey, just in case, I highly doubt this will ever happen, but just in case there's a lock you can't pick. Here. I know you gave this to me, but I just think that it's a good thing to just have around, and I'll give you the chime of opening.
I'll keep it safe. For when you come back.
Yeah. 8. I don't really feel like I have anything quite tangible to be able to give you that would help you with all the responsibilities you put on yourself to keep the crew going.
Okay.
But I have one more thing to ask.
Okay.
Will you be the captain?
Oh. Yeah. I can be the captain.
I did steal Winry-Enfel's captain hat in the event of this having to happen, so I have that. She'll give you the hat that she's just had in her bag this whole time.
Yeah. I want you to take something, and she's gonna pull out. This has been with her from the beginning. It's her most special belonging. She's gonna put this really pretty crystal that looks like a little tree into your hand. She's like, this was given to me by the one who broke my protocol. So whenever you get back, you have to give it back to me because it's very, very special. Okay?
Yeah. I will.
And take the sword of the plains with you, because when we fix the plains, that will be a really easy way for you to get back.
Yeah. Yeah, once the plates are all fixed, then
Yes.
once the apocalypse is finally done.
Yes, we're gonna figure that out.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry that you guys out to do that without me. I know you can do it though.
Oh yeah.
And I'll go try to find a new home for the changelings and make a nice little spot for people whoever wants to come over. They can come over once the gates open again.
And you've got that Fae who owes you a favor too.
Yeah, he wanted
smooch you.
He wanted to smooch me.
So
I'll go find him.
he owes you too.
I'll go find him and see if he still wants to deal with that. I don't really have any friends there, so.
We'll meet Teddy
Well,
and
you've got-
Fergus.
I've got Aladar. Yeah.
Aladar, yeah.
We'll go find his siblings.
We'll meet Teddy and Fergus no longer have a home. Maybe we can come and visit.
Yeah, it's really scary. It's a really scary place.
Last time I was at my home, it was completely disintegrated. Honestly, anywhere you are is home. You've been a true friend
Thank you.
and an amazing captain.
Thank you. I'm really sorry.
Not
I-
your fault.
Take your face. You have nothing to be sorry about, darling. I'll give you a little kiss on the forehead.
I gave up so much time to save Aladar. And I don't regret it, but
You did what?
Yeah,
You gave up time. Why didn't you tell us that?
I'm almost out of time.
Well, then you probably gotta get going. We don't want you to run out here.
Yeah, I mean, I would still just end up in the Feywild, so. But
True, that's true.
Uh,
But then you might not
okay.
be right with Aladar, and we want you going with him.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Just tell my brother, tell Colin, and tell my dad that I'll be okay. Make sure Colin doesn't go on another angry spree. That was really dangerous.
Oh, I will
Mm.
not kill him, but I will give him such a fun talking to if he tries that again.
Echo. And I take out my diary that I had, episode 2, that I haven't written in. Is there any letters that you want us to deliver?
Oh,
Is there anything you want to write down for us to give to them?
I'll send them some messages if I can, but let me write, if you guys ever come across Opal, let me just write something down. And she writes a letter, detailing how sorry she is, and she knows she can't make up for it. It's a hastily written letter because of the time running out. But just like the words can't express how sorry she is, and she sincerely hopes that Opal is able to get back to her body and be able to do and whatever she wants to do, whatever her decision is, and live the rest of her life to the fullest. And then she'll put P.S. the people that you're with are really aggressive. And then she's gonna put PPS. You might want to look into joining some other groups. I heard the free folk are pretty cool.
Before you leave, and she takes her, after you're done, she takes it, and Jericho writes a note and passes it to Fez. And Fez, you see that I have written a note to Echo for her to read when she gets to the Fade Wild. And I give the pen to you.
Has to be this good.
You fold it up and put it in an envelope. Whenever you think of us, you can read this.
Okay.
So
And
just
on
so just to double check, is that something that everybody wrote on there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Cool. Please continue, Jericho.
the note says, Echo.
Oh, not yet.
No?
Not yet.
No? Okay.
Not
Okay.
yet. But do keep that in mind, please. Keep that in mind.
Okay, well, I think I have to go now. I really love you all so much.
I think we do one like really good group hug.
Yeah.
As you all come into this group hug, the whispering is the first thing to go. It snaps away. And then the rain fades. And then there's just silence. I would like first to go to Echo. Echo, you come out, and the first thing, or you come out of this state of nothingness, complete sensory nothingness. You see nothing, you hear nothing, smell nothing, feel nothing. And the first thing you feel is a breeze. And it's that kind of breeze, it's not too hot, and it has that first suggestion of winter. That first little nip of cold, but it is dampened by summer's waning heat just enough. The first thing you hear is as you shift for the first time, as your body is now alive again, you realise that, standing still becomes uncomfortable, so you shift your weight from side to side and you hear the crunching of leaves. And as you open your eyes, a warm orange light, dappled sunlight filtered through a russet and scarlet canopy above you. You're in the Feywilds. Specifically, you are currently in the middle of a forest within the Autumn Courts.
I'm gonna look around. Is Aladar there?
Aladar is in his tall, bronze-skinned, high-pointed ears state, and the sheen has come back to him. His skin no longer looks just slightly tanned, it looks like it is literally made of flowing bronze. His eyes have a glint to them. And he looks to you with concern.
Hi.
Are you alright?
This isn't gonna work, is it? She holds up the Sword of the Plains that the group had her take.
Everything's in flux right now. Until things are restored, the chance of getting anywhere is completely random. It would work, but it would work in the way that throwing a ball into a field filled with holes. You'll land it in a hole eventually, but it might not be the one that you're aiming for.
Yeah. I hope they're okay.
I'm a pretty fair judge of character, and I think they will be. They just might have to be alright without you for a while. In bringing me back here, you brought Autumn back. You brought it to life.
It's nice. It's pretty. I've never seen autumn.
He's gonna reduce his size down to being only like slightly taller than yourself, maybe somewhere in like the mid to high 5 foot range, like, somewhere between, I'd say he's about 5'9", 5'10", and he kind of offers his hand to you, and he says, "Would you like to?"
I'll take his hand.
We fix the Feywilds. Then we can try that sword.
Okay.
I think it's about time we find my siblings. But first you get to be. Nothing can hurt you here. So you get to decide what you want to be.
Ooh, that's gonna be quite the journey. I don't really know what I am without constant danger.
Every journey starts with one step. Maybe your first step is just finding out what it is to take a step without being worried about anything. And that step might take you a while before you take it. But I'll be here.
Okay.
You can ask me anything you need. At which point, Echo in your hand, you feel that note from everyone.
I would like to read it because she cannot break herself to take that first step.
Okay. Then as you open it up, you would see the message. The message is written from everybody. And as it was Jericho who started it, we'll start with Jericho. So Jericho, what did you write to Echo?
Echo. It says Echo. There is a hastily drawn map where, and she just puts an X on, marks the spot for treasure to find with my friend when you come back. Also, she has wrote in a clause that because you are not coming to the material plane, that if the money does go to the material plane with me, I get your portion. I call dibs. And we were real. And you changed us for the better. And I am honored to have called you a friend. And no matter how far we are, I will still call you that. And it's Rico.
After Jericho, I believe it was passed to Fez.
In Fez's god-awful chicken scratch handwriting, it says, Bestie, I am going to spend the rest of my incredibly long life trying to make an explosion half as big as the one that you managed to fart us into a grave with. And for that, I can never forgive you, burn in hell. Heart Fez. Full drawing of Fez sticking his tongue out and giving you the finger. P.S. Take care of the elk.
And I guess that moves on to the last one. Mariska.
Okay, I wrote it out. Because I'm not good at improv.
Okay.
And it says, "My darling Echo, you are so entirely loved by all of us. There isn't much time to write, so I want to remind you. You, underlined, decide who you are and who you want to be. Pave your path with your truth and convictions. You are you, and that is the most wonderful and beautiful thing you could ever be. I love you dearly till I see you next, Mariska." And there's a little drawing of a lily, because lilies mean rebirth and return. So, that is for me.
I was good. I was good.
Echo will read all of that. She's definitely crying too. She very carefully folds the letter and holds it to her chest. And she just says, "Thank you." Just to the air and to the people that can't hear her. And she just thinks about what a treasure the past couple of years, the last year has been. And then she looks up at where she's at. She looks at Aladar, and she takes a step forward, and another, to see where that takes her.
And with that, I believe that is a good place to halt and to check in. Obviously we have Wingo having to dip out, I believe, fairly soon. I think that's a comfortable point where we can end and we can come to the three of you next time. And we can give your guys return and whatnot the time that it takes. But I believe we leave this with Echo and leave this with their step into their next journey. For those of you watching, this does end Abigail's time with us here onto the skies. Abby's been here since the beginning. been thinking about what to say on moments like this, and one thing I never ever actually did say at any point was when I looked through all the applications I got for To the Skies and all the ideas that were given for characters and whatnot, Abigail, you were the first one I settled on. And you came here, and I remember you wrote in it, you said, never played anything streamed before. And I was like, okay, cool. And then you came into it with just so much vibrancy, and that obviously has shown throughout this entire campaign, throughout everything else you've been in, and other people have seen that. And I can't wait to see where you go. I can't wait to see the things you're going to do. But despite the fact that you're going on to amazing award nominations and big tables with fancy names, there's always a wee splinter-ridden stool here at this table with your name on it. And as I've said to every single one of my players, it's not a case of asking. You just tell me when, and you're welcome. With that, what I'm going to do, guys, is, as I've done a few times when we have quite emotional endings, I'm going to do a quick and fairly hard exit from the session, and then I'm going to sit with my crew for a little bit. So, thank you for coming to see us today, folks. I have been your DM of Doom, Son of Asgard, World Tree Quest here on Twitch, Twitter and YouTube. With me today we've had my lovely cast. We've had Stories from the Roses, Wingo the Wizard, we've had Johnny Deadman, and for the last time we have had Abigail the Nerd. From all of us here at World Tree Quests, good night, stay safe, fuck it, pull a finny, it's Pride Month. And that's that. Thank you, folks. Good night.